Is it okay for vegans to eat eggs from backyard chickens? Why would vegans oppose this? To many who support the practice of eating backyard eggs, this seems like an illogical position, as it seems like the chickens aren't being harmed. But there's some questions we have to examine to decide the answer. One reason backyard eggs can be exploitative is the source of the chickens themselves. Is she a rescue, or was she bought from the chicken or egg industry? If she were bought, that action in and of itself contributes to and funds the industry. But what if somebody has a rescue hen? Is it okay then? Well, hens' bodies have been genetically manipulated to produce far more eggs than they naturally would, causing strain to their bodies and greater health issues. The genetically manipulated layer hens lay about 250 to 300 eggs per year, compared to the 10 to 15 eggs wild hens lay naturally. From a philosophical angle, it's wrong to use them and to benefit from their pain, the genetic manipulation forcefully inflicted on them by humans. A common argument in favor of backyard eggs is that in exchange for the care we give the hens, providing them with food and shelter, they give us eggs, and it's a win-win. But this is ignoring the reason why the hens lay so many eggs in the first place, and the fact that this agreement was not agreed upon by the chickens. They did not consent to give their eggs, they didn't hand them over to you, and they definitely did not consent to have a myriad of health problems, shortening their lifespan so we could have more eggs. From a practical angle, you can somewhat counteract the harm of what we've done to these chickens if you are a caretaker of a hen. To replenish some of the lost nutrients from the high demands of such frequent egg laying, you can crack open the egg to let the hen know it will not hatch into a baby and she can eat the egg. If the hen won't eat it raw, you can scramble it and give it to the hen like that. Many hens will eat it. But what if the hen won't eat the egg? Is it okay to eat the eggs then? Is it a waste not to eat it? It's not a waste because egg laying is not the purpose of a hen. They live for their own reasons. Would you consider it a waste not to collect and eat the abandoned wild bird eggs of a bird? It's only considered a waste because of how we've been conditioned. The problem is that using another living being for our own benefit without consent is inevitably going to lead to some degree of exploitation. If people are still eating eggs at all, then it will contribute to the mentality of using chickens for eggs and egg-eating culture. What happens then to the males if we're only using the hens as commodities? Male chickens cannot be used for eggs like hens are, so people searching for hens to be used for eggs will be leaving a bunch of male chickens without homes. And what about people who don't have a backyard? What about the supply of hens? Even if we had the theoretically idyllic situation of everyone having access to a backyard, there wouldn't be enough rescue hens for everyone. So the other people would have to go to using the ones from the industry. Breeding layer hens ourselves would also be a cruel practice. I would argue for a few reasons, but the main one being the genetic manipulation. It's cruel to purposely bring more into this world, solely for our benefit, that will endure the pains we've genetically inflicted upon them. Perpetuating the concept of eating eggs hurts other chickens, even if your own chickens are not directly hurt. Egg eating needs to be non-existent in our culture for maltreatment to really end. If not, it will succumb to exploitative practices, and egg-eating culture is unsustainable and unrealistic if we intend to end animal maltreatment. Please look at the bigger picture.